Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a crazy pitched battle that we've got for you today as the Imperial Guard are about to go head to head with a gigantic Chaos Swarm. Now both teams are quite evenly balanced here. Both have got tanks, infantry and guns all helping them out. Now the Imperial Guard here are going to want to try and capitulate the Chaos forces early on and capture this high ground. This is going to be absolutely vital to the Imperial Guard. As you can see already, conscripts storming up the side of the hill to try and secure this high ground, which will allow them to focus fire down on into the valley below. It's also got a crucial flank here that the Chaos are going to try and push through. We've got this ridge here already. You can see the renegade gunners here storming up the pass as the Imperial Guard tried to blockade them. Should the Chaos manage to gain a foothold here, they'll be able to start flanking in to the side of the Imperials and then be able to use this ridge line to also rain down fire on it. So it's very crucial that the Imperial Guard try to hold on to this location as long as possible. Now, don't get me wrong, they've still got plenty of high ground in the form of all their troops coming down from the valley here. The Chaos have definitely got their work cut out for them, pushing upwards into an attacking formation here. And that front line is already looking quite brutal. We can see that Imperial Guard gunners lining up on the hill here. They've got a fantastic overview of that valley floor here. But the Chaos have brought demons to the front lines. So that poor old conscripts are really going to have a tough old time trying to hold back these insane hordes of Chaos here, as NURGLE brings all to bear upon the Imperial Guard army. I mean, look at that front line already. It's absolutely magnificent. Two armies here just absolutely smashing the ever-living heck out of each other. But look at this, the Imperial Guard here desperately trying to hold on to this ridge line. The Chaos are definitely pushing it hard here. We've got marauders coming up to the front as well, ready to maul the poor old Imperial Guard here. We've only got a couple of tanks supporting this location. Most of the guns are focused on the valley floor at the moment. How are we doing on our ridge flank over here? We've only got a few Imperial Guard. We can see a couple of Acadians have brought up their firepower to try and help and secure this. But it is a big old push here by Chaos. Lots and lots of units. I mean, look how many are backing it up as well. Plenty of units backing up the Chaos here. They desperately want this side part. If they do manage to break that, like I said, they'll have a right old gap right into the flank here of the Imperial defenders. Well, they're not really defending. Both sides are attacking here. It's just that the Imperial Guard have got a much more defensible position than the Chaos have. The Chaos here are making some grounds, though, it does feel like. Grinding through the Imperial Guard reinforcements who are going to that front line to try and hold them in place. You can see there that we have got plague-ridden on that front line, and they just absolutely crush the poor old Imperials here. Oh, they're just getting slaughtered en masse. The Chaos are advancing ever so slowly. We're starting to get this defilade of bodies underneath the front line here. The only thing really stopping and slowing the Chaos is the sheer amount of firepower coming out of the Imperial Guard lines here. But we can see the Chaos demons are making headway. Slowly but surely, they're pushing over this massive bridge of bodies that has been formed here. Imperial Guard are really struggling to hold on to some of these flanks as well. I mean, fighting on a cliff face like this is not exactly a nice experience, unless you're a Chaos guy who's been driven completely mad and don't really care for your own life. But look at this, marauders and plague-ridden here, working in tandem to push back that Imperial line. How are we doing on our hill over here? It looks like the Imperials have largely held the Chaos in place. They haven't really managed to push forward just yet, but the reinforcements are starting to thin out here, especially on this flank over this side. Does look like the Chaos might get a little bit of a breach going through. And again, we're starting to run out of reinforcements. The Imperials have pushed down the hill somewhat. We have secured a little bit of a better area here for ourselves. The Chaos are not able to use their massive force at the moment. As the Imperials, again, like I said, pushing on down this hill. The line's getting thinner and thinner in areas, though. It's getting worrying. 190,000 kills, though. Pretty impressive so far. The Chaos, look at this. Oh no, the melee line has thinned out for the Imperial Guard. The Chaos are getting ready to surge forward here. More and more troops are desperately pumped out onto that front line from the Imperials here. Conscripts charging forward to try and form a new defense. But the sheer weight of demons and marauders on that front line are really taking a toll here. The Chaos firepower, the Renegade Gunners largely focusing on trying to shoot back at the Conscript army here. But look at this, it's a massive surge forward for Chaos. Though they have got come across a bit of a no man's land here, which is allowing that firepower to focus down the demons, like this group in the center. There's a lot of demons here, but they're taking such a beating. They're getting thinned out as they try to get forward. We've got to repeat that up and down the line here for the Imperial Guard. Again, the flanks starting to look dangerously weak. The Chaos swarming over. The demon hordes here, massing up and pushing through that Imperial line. Oh my god, look at that surge now of Chaos. As the first line of the Imperial Guard has broken. More and more conscripts are being surged forward here. Commissar slightly encouraging them from behind with a bolt gun to the back of the head. You must go forward and fight the demons. Oh my god. Look at these plague ridden here. Absolutely decimating the poor old conscripts who are surging forward in their thousands. The Chaos slowly but surely starting to capture the hill. Oh no. How about our far flank over here? The Imperial... Oh, it's been lost. The Chaos now have a clear path right into the flank of the Imperial Guard army. They're just wrapping up a few more gunners who are stuck on the sides here, but that won't take them too long. They have now got almost a clear run right into the side of the Imperial army. Units pouring out of the breach here. Imperials desperately backing up to try and form a new defense line. But look at this, even on this side now, the weight of demons coming out of the Chaos lines has allowed them to surge forward. Renegade Gunners are already starting to line up here en masse to pump that firepower back down into the Imperial lines. Again, we are getting this rudimentary defense line. It is starting to hold the Chaos in place. It's not going to hold for long, but it's better than nothing. Up and down the line here, though, the Chaos are surging forward. They're taking a lot of losses, but my god, look at that. That's absolutely insane. Hundreds of demons here pouring across no man's land right into the Imperial gunnery range. See that, we got our tanks still lined up on the flank. Oh gosh, look at that. We can clearly see now the Chaos hordes in the distance pushing down from that hill. And the Imperial army has actually been pushed back quite far at this point. A lot of demons have breached the middle line. Normally the flanks that fall first, but with this being a valley, that's made it a lot harder for any sort of flanking maneuver to go on. But you can see now that all these Chaos Renegade Gunners are starting to pour up here onto the hillside and are getting ready to lay the smackdown into the Imperials who are waiting in the valley below. Lots and lots of concentrated tank fire, though, is also pummeling this hill from that Imperial line. But the return fire is starting to build ever so slightly. Imperials looking like they're trying to do a little bit of a countercharge here. It might be too little, too late, though. Should the Chaos get up to this ridge line, a lot of gunners are going to be able to start shooting down. But yeah, we have got a lot of Imperials now making their way up to this area. Does look like largely that the Chaos have captured that hill area. Imperials might be trying to do a little bit of a countercharge here. But it does look like the Chaos are advancing. They're taking the losses, but they're grinding out every inch here with every single death. The front line is just an absolute fever pitch at this moment. Thousands and thousands of people and demons have died every single second. But the Imperial Guard have still got lots of reinforcements into the area. So have the Chaos, quite frankly. This is becoming a war of attrition, slowly but surely. Are the Imperial Guard going to be able to keep this defensive line? Are they going to get pushed back into the valley here? I mean, just look at the quagmire below the Chaos. Thousands of dead now litter the floor here. The blood has just pooled up all over the place. Yeah, look, the Chaos have definitely gained control of our hill over here now. And we can see that the Renegade Gunners are all lining up and starting to shoot down into the Imperial lines. And we've got a big old demon surge coming forward as well from this flank. Look at all these boys. Loads of plague ridden on our front line. The poor old conscripts just getting turned into splatter there. The tanks though, the Lemon Russies, the Lemon Russies as I like to call them, still providing that zesty fire support. But the Chaos are pouring down the side of the mountain now. Having the Imperial Guard unfortunately not able to secure that hillside. The Chaos instead have done it. And they're now just forcing the demons down the cliff face. Right into that flank. And you can see that the Imperial Guard now are really struggling. Because now they're diverting so much firepower to that cliff face that the front line has not got the full support that it used to. And that's allowing the Chaos now to gather even more demons on the frontier. Oh my god, that is an absolutely brutal front line. So many Imperial Guard are surging forward. Look at this. There's like a river of men here, of reinforcements trying to get to that front line. And it is a desperate attrition battle now. The Chaos are able to pump in thousands and thousands of reinforcements here. The Imperial Guard only have so many. But slowly but surely, look at that. I mean, the Chaos have pushed them so far back. This was our original front line here where they initially met. And look at all this ground here that the Chaos has gained. They've paid for it in blood. But my god, the Imperials are trying their best to desperately hold back this now. They need to hold this valley at all costs here. So many more. Gosh, look at the Chaos as well. Pouring over that hill. All the renegade gunners starting to line up. And this is a big old push as well that Chaos have got. Coming down from this hill. Look at all these boys here. The closer and closer they get to that front line though, the more and more Imperial firepower just rips them open. And the only thing by the time you get to the front line that's left living is the demons. The only things able to withstand the Imperial Guard barrage that has been laid down upon that Chaos line. Like I said though, the true question is the Imperial Guard going to have enough reinforcements here to keep trying to push forward and hold this line? The conscripts who are surging forward are providing a invaluable distraction at the moment. But bit by bit, this concave of Imperial firepower is doing its job. And what we're quickly going to do is hit a little bit of a time-lapse camera. We're going to see if the Chaos manage to push in any further. Are they going to capture more of the hill? Are the Imperial Guard going to be able to hold the line? We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. The Chaos have been absolutely storming ahead here. The poor old Imperials unable to form a line. The relentless march of the bile, rot and disease here of NURGLE has been far too much for the poor old Imperials so far. However, look at the troops remaining here. Chaos has just gone under the total remaining here, equal to the Imperial Guard. So it is going to be a tough old fight to call this one. We've got a massive amount of bodies that have built up in the center. So it kind of feels like the Imperial Guard have managed to hold the Chaos in this position, at least for a little bit here. But again, look at that. You can see now Chaos tanks have made their way up onto the top of the ridgeline there. And they're now railing down into the Imperial lines. It has been a brutal old affair here. 850,000 kills, though, so far to the Imperial defenders. Coming up to 300,000 kills here for the Chaos. Now, look at this, though. The surge, the relentless march forward of the Chaos army here. Completely undeterred. I really could not call this one. The Chaos have managed to push right up into all of the Imperial gunners here. And I don't know how many more melee combatants are actually left for the Imperial Guard. But Chaos are pushing across this massive open plain here. Again, we're starting to get these lines of renegade gunners trying to form up and blast right back in to them Imperial lines. And look at that. That's a big old group here. And they're actually mainly marauders now by the looks of it on this front line. So these Imperials on the front line who have been charging forward have been providing, again, an invaluable distraction here, allowing the gunners to do the work. And I mean, look at this blood lake that we've made as well, creating a completely impassable terrain here as the Chaos keep pouring on down from the mountain. I mean, look at all the firepower coming out from the Chaos lines here. That's a lot. Just going all in to the Imperials here, who are holding off desperately against these Chaos. The Cadians here have really been doing a lot of work, to be quite frank. They are extremely good shock troopers, very high damage on the rifles that they've got. And they're basically your demon killers for the Imperial Guard at the moment. And look at this attrition battle, man. The Imperials just keep flinging forward these conscripts, somewhere bringing them out of nowhere, quite frankly. Pushing forward right into them Chaos lines, and the Chaos are returning the favor. But like I said, should the Imperials start running out of elite troops, that's when it'll get real dangerous here for the Imperial Guard defenders. Again, battling on the side of a cliff face. It's something I would never like to do with myself. That looks absolutely horrific. Trying to charge down into a bunch of spiky, bile, plague-ridden enemies. No, thank you. We have got a large contingent, though, now of Chaos all built up in the center. But look at this. We are actually starting to run out of reinforcements for the Chaos side. How are we doing on the cliff face side? Okay, so we've still got a bunch of troops pushing in from the cliff face. But by and large, all the Chaos now are deployed on the field. So, are they going to be able to grind these out? Because look at this. The troops remaining here is really, really close. It's difficult to call either way at the moment. The Chaos are mercilessly pushing forward. The Imperials' desperate defense is holding for now. So many have been lost. But the kill ratio is definitely in the favor of the Imperials at the moment. Look at this body pile as well that's formed here. You can definitely tell that neither side's been making any gains here. It's just been a holding pattern. I do think, though, little by little, the Chaos are gaining ground. The sheer just built up number of Chaos here is far overwhelming anything the Imperials can throw at them at the moment. That's not to say that we haven't got plenty of Imperials trying to make their way to the front line here. I just don't think it's going to be enough. There's about a 20,000 kill difference at the moment. The Imperials really need to bring that forward. You can see where they're starting to run out of conscripts as well. I love these little lines as well that you can see where the Imperial units are just making their way through. But again, the Chaos pumping reinforcements down from the flanks, and they're just grinding out every inch here. The Renegade Gunners really are just a meat shield, allowing the Marauders and the Plague-ridden here to get to that front line. It's brutal, man. That's so brutal, that front line is. But the Imperials, like that, are holding. Just this little trickle of conscripts has been enough to hold back the Chaos forces. But I do think it might run out soon. The Imperials can't keep this tactic up forever. The Chaos have got a lot of forces here. But again, the Imperials are starting to pull ahead ever so slightly. The Chaos are fighting an uphill battle. That's really hard. They're trying to pump more and more reinforcements into the area, but they're starting to run out. I think actually this little area in the center, if the Imperials manage to kill all these Marauders here, there's going to be virtually no forces left pushing this area. That could be good for the Imperials, but they've got to live that long. Oh man, there's so many Chaos reinforcements, and that kill counter, man, the troops remaining, it's not pushing either way. It's remained at about 20,000 odd for both sides here. But the Chaos are doing it. They are pushing forward. Look how far into the valley the Chaos actually managed to push here. The Imperials doing an organized retreat, little by little, overlapping firepower. One of the things that's really detrimental at the moment, though, to the Chaos is the fact that they're pushing down the hill. Any stray bullets from the Imperials are almost guaranteed hits on the guys pushing down here. And you can look at that. Just all the bullets whizzing overhead as the Chaos try to make their way forward. But the Imperials keep finding these conscripts to fling on that front line. Oh my god. There's a big gush of blood there. It comes out. Again, really can't call this. Still about 20,000 difference here. And that could change really rapidly. Like, on this side over here, it kind of looks like the Imperials are running out of reinforcements, man. The Chaos are pushing up that hill, and they've got plenty of units here still. Are they going to be able to do it? Because if they do that, they're going to be able to start flanking around the Imperials. And that could be absolutely deadly. Because at the moment, what we've got from the Imperial lines is a lot of concentrated firepower. So they're all sort of facing one way, shooting one direction, which is really good for them. However, should the Chaos start flanking around, that is going to distract a lot of firepower from that front line. And the Imperials are looking very shaky here now. Only a couple of troops actually remaining, defending this front line. The Chaos, though, aren't pumping in the reinforcements that they need. Oh, maybe they are now. I think we're starting to get more now. The Chaos might have a little hook here. God, we're desperately running out of reinforcements on this side for the Imperials. We've got a really nice blob of troops down there. But again, the Chaos have still got lots of their reinforcements coming from this way, so they can keep up this attrition battle on this side for at least a little bit. The Imperials, on the other hand, have got a woeful amount of units defending this side. Again, these conscripts surging forward, trying to hold out, and look, there it is now. The Chaos finally capturing the high ground over here. They even got a tank, oh my god. They even got a tank up here, and look at this. The Renegade Gunners now starting to rail their fire down once again into the Imperial lines. The Imperials have just started to pull ahead in terms of kills. Like, the disparity has grown slightly bigger between the troops remaining. This Chaos maneuver here could be all that they need. A couple of them are getting distracted by a couple of Renegade troops like these guys. But by and large, oh my god. Looks like a couple of Imperials fell to their death over here. But yeah, look at this. This is a big old flanking maneuver now going on. It's going to be a difficult old fight. Now, the only real thing that the Imperials have going for them is the fact that everyone's on attack mode. So these guys will be able to back up and run away from the Chaos that are chasing them. But oh my days, what an absolutely close fight this has been. Now, there's a 40,000 disparity here now in favor of the Imperial Guard. But again, look at this. I don't know how many more melee troops are on that front line. The Chaos are getting closer and closer to the gunners here. To be fair to the Imperials, they've held this side magnificently against the Chaos. Both sides here pouring in reinforcements, and they've just been piling up. But look at all this firepower that's been leveled right into that Chaos, who have all been focused there. But again, the Chaos still have numbers on their side. They've still got a heck of a lot of reinforcements pouring in. And with this flank being capitulated by the Chaos here, I don't know. It's still all to play for. What I'm quickly going to do is we're going to hit another little time-lapse camera here. We're going to try and find a nice little spot. There we go. Where we can see all of the action. Are the Chaos going to manage to outflank the Imperial defense? Let's find out. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here it is, the last 13,000 of the Chaos at the moment, and by the looks of it, they're largely Marauders that are left. They managed to pen in some of the Imperials here, and my god, look at that. They whittled down a large chunk of the Imperial Guard army, but the Imperial firepower here has simply been too much for now. Are the Chaos going to be able to capitulate the last few? I mean, we've still got reinforcements coming down here, which are distracting the Imperial Guard on this side. So, all this firepower from the Imperial Guards over this side, I mean, look at how few of these are left. What the heck happened over here? Okay, lots and lots of Imperial Guard, unfortunately, fell to their death off the side of the cliff face there. That's a pretty naughty. But look at this. That's an absolute brutal fight that's going on the side here. But unfortunately, it does look like the Chaos are starting to get surrounded here. The Imperials were simply able to find enough conscripts to fling at the front line. The good old Imperial way, just simply overwhelm your enemy with massed amount of unnamed men and women. But the Cadian firepower has been extraordinary as well, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely helping here to devastate the Chaos army. Let's quickly go take a look at this battlefield, because my god, not an inch of it now is covered with the bodies of enemy and friend and foe. It is just absolute insanity. Look at all these little channels as well that have come down the side here in between the cliff faces. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I mean, look at this. We've still even got some little Chaos reinforcements trickling down the side here. But I don't think it's going to be anywhere near enough to do any serious damage here. The last 3,000 of the Chaos. Oh god, look at these Marauders. Caught in a total crossfire. Gunned down in seconds there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days. But I do think we can call this one here with 2,000 Chaos remaining and almost 70,000 Chaos, 70,000 Imperials. It has been an absolute slaughter. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who helped keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing ChaoticPinky store. We got some really cool merch on there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.